I don't know what to do with my hands.
I like that we're all doing a visual comedy of raising our hands slowly as if we don't know what to do with them, but nobody can even actually see us. We're sitting in our living room.
They're laughing right now.
Actually, if anybody could see us, it would be our neighbors across the street through the bay window, and that might have been a sight to behold. Maybe rather cultish.
All right, look here, boys. We had a hell of a snowstorm last night. We got the hearth going. Everyone in the village is batting down the hatches.
Yeah, we got the neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
Neighbors from the right side and across the street. You're just hunkering down.
I'm not sure I can do this voice, but I'm just gonna. Oh, sure, yeah, there, eh? Is that?
Don't you know it?
Oh, sure.
There's a pretty fine line in between Yooper and Canadian, and I don't know which
In
side
Chicago,
of it we're on.
Chicago. With the sausages.
All right, I don't know what else to say. Let's jump into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Not to Mention Podcast. I'm Colin.
Well, no, you go ahead. Go ahead. You take it.
I'm Josh.
I'm Ryan.
Starting off strong. That's good.
Yeah. We're just here to talk, man. That's all it is. I'm excited.
I think we've got a doozy of an episode today, and I'm only using that word
wait.
because it's
No.
my new favorite word lately.
Can I take a little stab here? This episode's about Phil Collins, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's all about.
It's definitely about our favorite.
Mostly also a little bit about...
I mean, well, I figure we can break down. We got the Genesis era. We got the Tarzan.
I mean, let's be honest. We're going to be
right.
talking mostly about the Tarzan era.
How could you not? This is glory.
It's where the majority of his good material
It's the
came
magnum
from.
opus, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil Collins.
I think he himself said that, once he got done, he felt like he didn't really need to write anything else. He had done it. His masterpiece was done.
All right.
Anyways,
Yeah, that was good. That was a good episode. All right, next job, boys.
yeah, next episode.
Next.
So I am annexing my part of the table as
You're drawing a line.
yes, and this here is
To be honest, it's a small table.
it's the internationally recognized colonies of Kalanovia.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Get one more time.
The internationally recognized colonies of Kalanovia.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going to keep that. That's
just to reinforce that he did not come up with that on the spot. Able to reiterate it.
I'm not that smart, no.
oh well, that's fair enough. I don't
But,
think anybody ever thought you were.
It is important to note that the internationally recognized part is part of the name as to, bring attention to...
Kind of like formally known, like Prince, kind of like
right.
you're giving yourself that title is within.
Yes,
That's part of it. That's the
Yes.
name.
absolutely.
All right. Well, that's not bad, dude.
Thanks.
Do we hate each other? Do we? Okay, so
I think we'd probably be best suited, helping each other out. We're small countries.
well, I'm gonna declare my part of the table here. This is by me, General Brigadier. I now declare this part of the table my empire.
The empire of Brigadier Briggs.
Indeed, sir. General Brigadier himself.
I am going to section myself off, and I will be the old Republic of Josh.
Now, can we? Here, let's.
Creating some borders here
Yeah.
on the table. That's
Yeah.
good. So we know where everybody's
Yeah,
lines
you
are.
don't cross
Yeah.
this fucking line. Do not.
We don't want any incidents here. All right.
Yeah.
We need to
Everybody
maintain-
stay chill.
Maintain the peace.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So laws. We've got to. I mean, that's the most important part of creating your nation. You need a set of laws to govern your people with. Make sure everybody's on the same page. So, my first law is that any person at this table may not look at me in the eyes while letting out a sigh or exasperated nose breath if, at that time, they are also lathering their hands with soap.
Whew. All right.
And if you do it, I will be very annoyed. You will go to podcast jail, and
Podcast
cruel
jail.
and unusual punishment may be a factor.
Here's the thing, though. You said you're first. This worries me because I only came up with one.
I only came up with one.
Oh, okay. All right, well, then I'm in the clear. However, I will say this. I don't think either of you are going to enjoy mine. In sight of the pandemic going on,
Mm-hmm.
my number one, my only law, General Brigadier himself, nobody at the table is allowed to touch their faces.
That's a tough one, but I will.
I'll concede.
I'll observe that law.
I'll concede. Here. Kyle's got a grace.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I'm not sure if you guys came up with those on the spot or had them. If you had thought about this beforehand,
Oh, I thought
have
about it.
no idea, and I'm going to declare that no one at this table may have facial hair.
what?
And we all have facial hair, so time to go shave, guys.
Can we do it after the podcast?
Nope, right now.
I feel like
gotta
it's
be right
too
now.
much of a commitment. Like, I'm tired.
Well, clearly I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, that's just...
All right, everybody, we'll be right back. We'll edit out the part with us shaving, and
All right, we're back.
hey, everybody, we're back.
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
Cleanly shaven.
Oh, fresh, smooth as a baby's butt.
All right. I think that means we're good to go then.
Yeah, I think we're all set.
We're gonna do a list thing today. We're just gonna list.
We're gonna list some things. I thought that it was definitely proper that we start with Michigan and some strange laws that I'm not sure if they've been like redacted or modified. I think Colin looked into most of them. I didn't really look into anything.
I only
we're
looked into a
Michigan
couple.
boys.
Michigan boys. So starting at home, some strange Michigan laws.
So the first one that we saw, and this one seems strange, and I didn't really look into this one. I meant to, but I didn't.
think they all seem strange.
Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of the point,
I did
isn't
say
it?
strange Michigan laws.
But when I say strange, I mean like it's too strange. But if burglars are hurt in the house that they've broken into, they can sue the owners.
That's definitely a strange squared, sir.
I feel like that's got to be like an anecdotal thing or something. Like it happened a couple of times or something.
Well, the question would be is there like a law in Michigan? So like, let's say I'm breaking into the house, but I have no intention of harming anybody, which you've already broken into somebody's house, so there's no telling what you're planning on doing.
But it's still a nonviolent crime at the moment. Breaking and entering is a nonviolent crime.
Right. And if, let's say somebody's claiming self-defense, but what are you getting self-defense against if they're not?
Right.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Is this the sort of thing where, like, I remember hearing maybe urban legends of or a guy who maybe, fell through sunlight in the house through a window. He falls onto a kitchen countertop with a kitchen knife on it, cuts himself, sues the people that he got hurt on their property. Is that
Because-
this sort of deal?
That's what it would sound like to me. That's what I imagined in my head anyway. Basically sued them because their house wasn't up to code or something.
Wasn't up to the burglary codes?
No, like building code.
Well, but we're talking about somebody breaking in still, right?
Yeah.
So, like, either way, there's a crime being committed, right? I don't know. That one kind of confuses me because,
or,
like, even if he does fall through the window and injures himself in your household, he was still committing the crime. of
Yeah,
breaking
that's
and
why
entering.
that's
Yeah,
why
that's
I
why
was
it's-
really confused by this one in the first
Yeah.
place. So yeah, I don't know. That one was okay, but the other one that I've got here is on Sundays a man isn't allowed to scowl at his wife in Detroit. Which I feel like that's got to be broken on a regular basis.
I think it just was as we were talking.
Is it Sunday?
Well, it's not Sunday.
If it were Sunday, it was.
Right. But it's not Sunday. So you can scowl all you want right now. Get him in, boys. Get your scowls in right now.
Yeah,
You've only got a few days left before you got to take a break from that.
You've got to do enough scowling
scowling a lot
from
right now.
Monday to Saturday to make up for the lost scowling on Sunday.
Which let's just go
yeah.
ahead and note real quick that none of us have a significant other, so really we can scowl on Sundays still.
Yeah.
So I have one here that says pigs can't run free in downtown Detroit unless they have rings in their noses, or I would prefer to say nostrils.
What's the ring for? so you can like
It's
handle it.
I don't know. I picture like are we talking like
I'm
a,
not sure
a
what
bowl
the
ring, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure
Right.
what that's for. I guess
I would
was
think
it used as like a bright or
increased handling.
Or was it like a was it
It's
a
not a goddamn spaceship.
was it like a status symbol? Was it like this pig here? Make way for the pig, and he's got a big old.
Or maybe it's like maybe the rings have like ownership details on it, like who owns this pig.
like a dog tag. but
Yeah.
like just for pigs, a pig tag.
Now my thing is,
snout tag.
let's say the pig is running around in town and it doesn't have a ring on. Who gets in trouble? The pig?
I'm feeling bad now because the pig's getting put down probably either way.
Ooh.
Like whether he had stayed at home or broken out.
Take care of
mean,
your pigs, people. Don't let them run free in the
Just
streets.
saying, it's a win-win really because you get bacon at the end of the equation. So.
That's true. Who
Um,
gets the bacon though?
I just wanted to say, I was imagining that this most likely originated from the little-known running of the pigs in Detroit that happens every year.
Are you being serious?
No,
No.
fuck
Oh,
no.
okay.
That's not a
Definitely
thing.
Okay.
Never heard of that in my entire life.
The running of the pigs? All right, so mine. I've got. So this one is to keep your cow on downtown Main Street in Wayland, you must pay 3 cents a day.
In Wayland, Michigan?
In Wayland, Michigan.
That's a good deal, boys.
3 cents a day?
3 pennies.
Well, now, okay, so is there nowhere else to keep the cow? We didn't look into this enough because I need to know now. Is there, like, not a place that they keep their cows?
Well, maybe.
So now they have to pay this fee every day? That's
Perhaps-
365 days, boys. 3 cents?
Yeah, but maybe you're using. Maybe it's got an advertisement on it. You
mean,
know,
that's gonna
like
come to,
the,
like-
the cow's got your business's calling card painted on the side of the cow.
That's smart.
Chilling downtown, 3 cents a day. You've got that's like a billboard for 3 cents a day.
Paying for itself at that
Basically
point.
$10 a
Fuck
year
yeah, it is.
for advertisement.
That's not
Goddamn
bad.
right.
That's not bad at all.
Look at Facebook prices.
So we need a not to mention cow.
Yeah.
Wayland downtown Main Street.
What do you think the fee is here out front?
Well, it's our property, right?
Well, I guess we'll have to ask the city how much we would have to pay
Right.
a day to keep our cow on the street.
Or not to mention cow.
And I mean, it's important to make it clear that it will also have advertising on the side. I don't know if that plays into it, but you know, it's important.
The last one here on our Michigan list is you can't get drunk on trains.
Which I find hilarious because they sell alcohol on trains.
I've never been on a train before. I'll admit,
I
I've
have
never been on a train
A
before.
couple of times. And I wasn't old enough to drink at the time, but there were definitely people drinking.
Is it you can't get drunk like you can get a buzz? You can
Yeah.
get a nice buzz going on, but you get drunk on a train, we've got an issue.
Yes.
Right, which they do that with airplanes in general. Like they'll cut you. I mean, bars they cut you off if you get too drunk. That's how that works. But you
drunk.
You left Illinois in that train though.
Yeah.
So who's to say by the time they hit Michigan borders,
I
they
might-
cut off liquor sales?
Right. I might be shit-faced by that point.
Well, no, I'm just saying you wouldn't. You were too young.
Right.
So even though you saw alcohol on the train,
Oh, maybe they
you
cut it
started
off.
in 2 states away.
No, because there were people drinking pretty like regularly
well,
the entire
people sneak
way.
drinks on
Oh
the
yeah,
plane.
I'm
too
pretty
and
sure I
stuff,
saw a
yeah.
couple airplane bottles.
Yeah,
I don't think you're sneaking drinks on planes.
people do.
Isn't that like one of the big no-nos? Is you can't
Oh, yeah,
have
that's a
any
huge
like
no-no.
any liquid or gel, like anything over
People
like
fly
an
with
ounce or
weed.
something weird. I don't know.
I mean,
I also don't fly very often, so.
I mean, that's just one. It is a big no-no. Definitely not supposed to do that because they want you to purchase the alcohol on the plane.
I thought it was more or less like it could be a bomb if it were like over a certain amount.
They're
of
airplane
something, like-
shots, though. That's actually what they were like. I think that's this. Isn't that
Anyway.
the design?
Yeah, that was kind of the point of the airplane bottle was you can take
I
it
could.
onto an airplane.
I'll
with
put
you.
it this way: when I was still vaping, I could bring that whole vape bottle on the plane. They
Okay.
didn't take it from me.
Interesting.
So that shot.
Now
bottle's
I don't
probably
know. I don't know if you can still bring liquor on with you. I don't know if that's a
No,
thing.
you're not supposed to. They
Not
want.
anymore,
It's like a
yeah.
music festival. They want you to purchase it from them.
Right.
And also, they can control your consumption while you're up in the air at a higher altitude, where alcohol is affecting your body differently.
I hadn't even thought of that.
So
Yeah, I didn't think
it's
about
not
that either.
not only is it do they want to make the money off of their sales for their product, but they also are trying to keep people in check, because if you're just out there pounding airplane shots and not watching yourself, they don't get to cut you off. Then you're
Yeah,
puking in
yeah.
an airplane or whatever
yeah,
happens.
and then nobody's having a good
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Right, and then I puke, and then this person's nauseous, and they puke, and
There's kids crying everywhere.
you've
There's a
gotta-
drunk dude punching people in the back, and it's just
Yeah.
a really bad plane ride.
All right, so that's Michigan for us. Move on to okay. So now we've come to the moment where it's important to lay down some rules regarding our conch shell. We have a conch shell here at the table, boys, and this conch shell is basically, well, Josh, you know a little more about it.
It's going to indicate, I guess, in a way, the Speaker of the House for our countries.
Yes.
I want it to be kind of a Lord of the Flies-esque sort of deal, where you have the stand if you have the conch, and
Okay,
Mm.
no
so-
one else can talk.
So here's the thing, though. You guys
that's not
both
true.
picked laws that we don't really have to abide by at the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, Josh, I give you this conch out of respect of power and admiration,
I accept this conch.
and now I will not abide by your law because, well, honestly, it's not something that I'm going to follow. And I don't want to shave my beard off right now.
Is that going to be an international dispute?
We already did. Our beards are gone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's moving on.
Okay, we're going to be going through alphabetically, and I'm going to start things off. I'm going to start with Alaska. I thought Alaska was a remote and kind of a fun state to start with. Anyway, as far as A's go, it is illegal to push a live moose out of a moving plane.
How many times has this happened?
Who the fuck is doing that? Now I need to say this real quick before we dive into this. Moose are not real. They're not. I've never seen one. I have seen almost this entire country. I have 2 states and a territory to see. They are non-existent. They are truly unicorns. They
Mythical
it's not
creatures.
real. Go ahead with that, though.
Yeah, Ryan has on multiple occasions reminded us of his theory that moose are not a real creature. I wanted to say, can you imagine being on a plane with a live moose?
It had to be a big plane.
I'm imagining like,
It's probably sedated, I suppose, right? I'm
this
just
is
thinking
Alaska where they're shipping everything in.
they're
and out,
shipping
you know,
moose
by
just
plane.
like constantly, like so many moose.
Well, I don't know about moose, but I mean
Who
every.
the hell should? I want to see the logs on that. Like who's keeping track of the moose coming in and out of Alaska?
Is that an export?
Now, I just actually thought of something else. I think the qualifiers are the real fun part of these laws. And I just realized that it does specify a live moose. If you have a dead moose, can you go ahead and lob that off of a plane? That sounds like that's all right is in Alaska.
Maybe slightly less dangerous because it's not flailing.
I still think that's
To
just as
whom?
dangerous,
To
man.
somebody on the ground? Because I'm pretty sure you're fucked. Okay, moving on. We're going to go on to California now. Kind of thought that was a fun one because they are more progressive over there on the West Coast, and with us being some Midwestern boys, it is illegal to hunt any game while in a moving vehicle except whaling.
Say that again.
Okay, it is illegal to hunt any game while in a moving vehicle except whaling.
So like being in a boat, you can hunt whales.
Right. Except it's also illegal to whale in
Right.
California.
Right.
That's what I was
So-
thinking too.
Kind of an unnecessary qualifier.
Right. Once again, the qualifiers in this are just
Huh.
who's writing this, you know?
I can only think that somebody was shooting from a moving vehicle and they hit somebody.
All right, I've got an honorable mention for you here. I did see.
Okay,
I don't
real
know
quick.
if it's
I'm
true.
sorry. Real quick.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and pass the conch over to Colin.
that
real
makes
quick.
sense. That makes sense. I gotta
Okay,
have the
go ahead and
conch shell
take
if I'm gonna
that.
speak.
Yep. Because Okay, we're good.
So I saw one for Nebraska that said it was illegal to whale in Nebraska, but Nebraska is landlocked as fuck.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, no. What did they fucking running through cornfields trying to find fucking whales? Like what?
These whalers in Nebraska are out of control.
Fucking, they're looking for the Moby Dick
Is there
of
like
cornfields.
a Sea World in Nebraska where like you have like whaling pirates on the lake?
Those kids are back again, Jim.
We got
God damn it!
we
What
got,
is
like,
security doing in
harpoons
this
and-
place?
How did they get the boat in here?
All right. So
Okay.
I'll pass the
Okay.
conch back to Josh.
I will accept
careful,
the
careful.
conch.
May the conch guide you and always lead you to wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. In Delaware, pawnbrokers cannot accept your wheelchair or prosthetic limbs for payment or pawn. Which leads me to believe that there must have been some people stealing others' prosthetic limbs and pawning them.
Oh, that's messed up.
That's really messed up.
Like the
That's
fact
a
that
little
there's
savage.
anything to do with prosthetic limbs and pawn shops.
I mean, it's money. That stuff's expensive.
Because
Yeah.
why else?
That's just despicable, though.
Well, at least somebody got a hand from it, you know.
Because I have to believe
Oh, come on.
that there. Okay,
come
sorry,
on.
I was in my head. I have to believe that there are no peoples out there with missing arms and legs. Now I'm entirely taking that statement back. There's got to be some crackheads out there that are like, I could probably get a good dime off of this prosthetic leg I got here. Fuck it.
Oh, so here's what I'm thinking: insurance scam. Oh, I lost my prosthetic leg. Oh, somebody stole my prosthetic leg.
I
You
hadn't
get a
even
new
thought
one.
of that.
And then you sell that one too.
That's like a business model.
I can agree with that. That's a good way to make some money.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep the ball rolling. Georgia. No one may carry an ice cream cone in their back pocket if it is Sunday.
Oh, it's one of the blue laws, Sunday law.
It is a Sunday law.
Back pocket, though, huh?
It also kind of made me think, like, perhaps they weren't saying the day of the week. Maybe they meant if your ice cream cone is actually a ice cream Sunday, you can't have it in your pocket.
Pocket cones, though. Is this something that we need to be bringing back?
I'm wondering why anybody would have ever attempted to, and what kind of disturbance did it cause to the point where they were like, we need to put an end to this.
Blue
I
laws,
mean,
it's
just,
usually
just
a decency.
mayhem. Just mayhem, you know, around just people with ice cream cones in their back pocket.
Ruining
Thinking
all
about
their
you
clothes.
forget about your ice cream cone in your back pocket. You sit down on somebody's chair, ice cream stain everywhere.
Oh man, these people are just
Right, and if you would have just been thinking and put your ice cream cone in your front pocket, this all could have been avoided.
solved.
Jeez, people, come on.
Idiots.
Keep your ice cream
Trash.
cones in your front pocket.
Trash.
All right. Well, in Kentucky, no one shall dye blue and sell baby ducks, chicks, or rabbits unless they're in a group of 6 or more.
What?
So if you have 6 or more,
That is amazing.
Yeah. If
And
you've
you
got
dye
5 of
them.
them, that's
fuck.
you're going to be in some trouble. But if you have a 6th one, boom, baby, you're in the clear.
You weren't kidding.
can-
This is a real doozy of an episode right now. My head's kind of hurting.
Officer, I swear to God I have 6. One of them is lost currently.
Let me just hang on. He's here somewhere.
Putting you in cuffs. I'm telling you, man.
No, he's right.
He's over there.
Shit! I put him in my back pocket. He's right here.
Oh no, that's the ice cream cone. Sorry.
All right, look, guys. I have to relinquish the conch
And your remaining time.
and my remaining time, which is dwindling to Ryan, Brigadier.
Didn't I
Son
do?
of a bitch.
Did I do the second set?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I did the last set. I'm sorry.
I pointed.
Oh, yep. No, you're right.
I pointed at Colin like 3 times, but yet you guys both just looked at me and you're like, "It's going to Ryan."
Well, you know.
I need to work on my sign language, I guess.
Or you both need to work on your alphabet. Colin, what letters do you have?
Look, I forgot. All right. Just don't. Look.
Hey, sorry, you have the conch.
I have the
shouldn't
conch.
be saying anything.
Yeah. In Louisiana, Goatees are illegal unless you acquire a special license. A goatee license.
Do you think that applies to like goats as well?
I mean, it's in the name.
See,
It's got to.
You got to get a license for your goat. Got to get a license for yourself for your goat.
Yep, for you and your
Sorry,
goat.
Your goatee.
Your goat.
I mean, I'm calling it a goat because that's.
Where was this?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. So the next time I'm in Louisiana.
We got a parade down like Bourbon Street in the French Quarters.
Well, I was thinking we need to go into the DMV. We need to go into the Secretary of State's.
Excuse me, I would like to apply
Right.
for my goat
My
permit.
goat permit? My
goatee.
goatee
You gotta
permit?
say goatee. They'll
Yeah,
get
they're
really
confused.
confused.
Then they're going to be confused.
They're
Right.
not hip.
That's a whole nother.
They're not hip
That's
on
a whole
the
nother form.
vernacular of our goats, and it's okay. Some people
Right,
it
they've
means
just-
greatest of all time.
They've just presented you with the goat license and certification, and you're like, oh, I don't need that.
Officer, I swear to God, I got my goatee permit. This says here, son, this is just a goat permit.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have a
You're
goat,
allowed
but
to
you
have a goat.
goatee.
Got to be careful
Problem.
with that young kid slang.
Young kids slay.
All right. Next.
Hey, Mom, look at that goat.
All right. Next is Maine. Against the law to step out of an airplane while it's in the air, which is actually kind of similar to the moose one.
So no skydiving?
How you skydiving?
That's a good point. Can you not skydive in Maine?
Well, wait, now you said step, right? So if you
Jump.
if you lunge through the door,
You're good.
Yeah.
Right, or maybe
Parachute or not.
Yeah, you're good. As long as you don't step into
Right, if you do it-
semantics, baby.
maybe just a cartwheel off of the plane.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Dude,
Gymnastics right out the door.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You're in the clear.
Nothing says no backflip, front flips, or cartwheels. So guess what? We're getting fancy.
So
with it.
if you cartwheel out the door of an airplane while it is in the air, don't worry, folks. You don't have to worry about being prosecuted because you will be dead.
Yeah, that's not entirely well. Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention in Louisiana, it's also illegal to steal somebody else's alligator. Alligator theft, strictly against the law.
That would really piss me off, especially if you're like.
No, out there in the bayou, they're real fucking.
I mean, we're talking seasonal jerk gator, baby.
Yeah.
You don't want nobody taking your gator, and you got that
Yeah.
jerk gator, baby.
You go and mess with someone's gator in Louisiana, you're just asking for trouble.
Asking for trouble. So, sorry, back to Maine, a little honorable mention because this was too ridiculous not to say. It's illegal to bite a landlord under any circumstances. Now, what if you don't know they're a landlord, though?
I think that most people can tell a landlord when you're walking down the street. You're like,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
that dude's a landlord. I'm not biting his
I'd
ass.
like to say that, but I do remember one time when we were still living in Kalamazoo, there was a lady taking pictures out front, and we were all sitting there just having ourselves a good old time, partying. I think it was a game night. And finally Cody was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, who are you?" And she's like, "I'm the landlord." We were all like, "Oh." And then she was like, "I hope everybody up there is of age," and I was not at the time, so. But I wasn't drinking.
Of course not.
No.
That would be illegal.
See, I don't break laws. That's why these things are in place.
All right, so moving on to Massachusetts. In Boston, duels can be carried out to the death on Sunday as long as the governor is president. As long as the
That's a real difficult one to pull off.
Governor is president.
No, as long as the governor is present.
Okay.
To be honest, your fuck up has made me forget the rest of it.
So it's legal in Boston to duel to the death on a Sunday as long as the governor is present.
On a Sunday, who are these savages? You can't keep a ice cream cone
Yeah.
in your back
Yeah,
pocket.
these blue
but
laws are real.
In
They're
Boston,
strict.
you could just kill somebody on a Sunday, no big deal.
If the governor
If the governor's present. And
Right.
now, so
Excuse me.
first off, right off the bat, I'm like, all right, so you gotta, if you're doing this, you gotta have a little forethought. You gotta contact the governor. You gotta see what's up in his busy schedule. Then I flipped it 180 and went, wait, you go to the governor. You figure out where he's having brunch that day.
Genius.
Ooh.
You just duel right there on the spot.
Slam down a piece of paper. We agree. Then we can I at least
Governor's
finish my
got no
eggs?
idea
Like,
what's happening.
He's got like a mimosa and a piece of ham in front of him.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next we got Minnesota.
Minnesota, oh sure, yeah. Oh, over there in Minnesota, eh?
Yeah.
Oh sure.
May not
Yep.
enter Wisconsin from Minnesota with a chicken on your head. Also, another law in Minnesota, may not cross state lines with a duck atop your head.
Oh shit! So you can't go in with a chicken and you can't go out with a duck.
Okay, so now
I didn't realize that.
here's the thing though. This sounds like there was just some asshole who wanted to really push, like, you know, like the classic there's the stepson who wants to really push the boundaries with the new stepdad or the stepmom, and they really want to see what they can get away with. I feel like there was just some asshole running across state borders with these chickens and ducks, and finally somebody was like, all right, dude, we're done.
We
We're
gotta
done
put a
with
stop
this."
to this.
Get away with? That seems like a strong...
This is utter chaos.
We can't keep letting these people get away with carrying chickens across the border. You know,
Now, to be honest, though, yeah. So, don't they? don't most states have like a law of like, you know, like on your way through California, if I'm not mistaken, they check to make sure like you don't have fruits. Like,
Sure.
that you're not
Right?
taking
Yeah.
fruits.
I actually did think like
So-
avian flu maybe or
Right,
something, but
yeah.
the qualifier on
the
your
duck,
head.
they're worried about witches.
atop your head, though, is as long as it's
Right.
not on your
like
head.
so you got it
you're
under your
good.
arm and you're all right. I don't.
Yeah, that is the weird stipulation there, isn't it? I
Yeah.
wasn't even registering that part. Like,
Nah,
if it's
yeah.
not on your head, you're good to go.
Right. Right.
Maybe it's another decency thing that too many people walking around with chicken shit on their heads.
Weird.
I mean, that is the easiest way to carry a chicken on your head. Have you played Zelda? I mean,
Right.
He's right.
Now I want to. Okay, so have you stolen this chicken and placed it atop your head, or maybe is the chicken's home on your head?
well, why would they have? What qualms would they have with the chicken's home being on your head? Yeah, I don't know. This one is it's a stumper.
This
you
one's
know?
another one that's really making my head hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one, though. So on to New Jersey. In Newark, it is illegal to sell ice cream after 6 p.m. unless the customer has a note from their doctor.
Yeah.
So
Doctor's orders.
basically, you got medical ice cream and recreational ice cream.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
clear difference.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've had medical ice cream. They put a bunch of weed in it. The chocolate hazelnut?
Yeah, I think that's it for me. So it's time to pass the conch shell. May it guide you well and always bring you to wisdom.
And with this, Conk, since you both were oh so dumb to not make a good law, I need you both to be conscious to not touch your face.
Or we go to podcast jail.
Which I don't think anybody has any idea of what that is yet, but let's not find out tonight.
Dude,
all
you
right?
don't want to go there. I know that.
Set that right there in front of me. That's nice. Look at that pretty thing. All right, so
Don't get power hungry.
always have been. So Oklahoma. You know what really? It's always just really grinded my gear. When I saw this one, it's just something that's very infuriating. I could see how it could interrupt a lot of people's day and a lot of their plans. So in Oklahoma, it's illegal for the owner of a bar to allow someone inside to pretend to have sex with a buffalo.
To pretend.
Wait, one more time.
So it's illegal for owner of a bar to allow someone inside to pretend to have sex with a buffalo.
Now, this is falling back on the bar owner.
Yeah.
Like, as a bar owner,
Correct.
you
Right.
are responsible.
Now, if you have been charged with said crime, is it then your duty, your responsibility to prove that he was aware of that
Right.
beforehand? You know,
These seem like some pretty complicated proceedings.
This dude came up to the door and said, I need to come in to pretend to have sex with this buffalo.
Now, look here, Jim. I've got an idea. I just really think I want to come in here and pretend to have sex with that buffalo. Well, now, I'm sorry, Roger. I can't let you in here to do that.
Right, because it's illegal.
It's illegal.
That would be against the law. Now, if he had said yes, if he had been okay with that, then
He's prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
so now what I want to know is if the same guy came into your bar with a buffalo, didn't say, hey, I want to pretend to have sex with this buffalo.
Right. He didn't inform the bar
Right,
owner
yeah,
or the bar
he's
staff.
just entered your bar with a buffalo, not
Shit, I think that's-
under the radar.
I think no, see, because I think as the bar owner, it just falls back on you. Like that is your responsibility to make sure that
Well,
there is
now,
no
what is this
pretend
buffalo?
buffalo fornicating going on inside your bar.
Right.
But what if he's the one to call the sheriff down? What if he... No, we ain't having that in my bar. He calls the sheriff in. Sheriff says,
Oh
what's
no,
going
you don't
on
do,
here?
You don't want to do that. That's
You think
incriminating
he's just
yourself. He's gonna kick that fucker out, and nobody saw that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no,
So here's one. We're moving to Oregon.
Okay.
And this one for me gets a little questionable because this one just means that your significant other is a piece of shit. All right. So apparently in Oregon, if at one point in time, I don't know if this is still law, it's illegal to whisper dirty things to your in your lover's ear during sex. So like penis.
That seems pretty hard to enforce.
That's what I'm saying. That makes your significant other a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah,
That means
because they turned you in.
They went and they told on you.
shit.
Yeah, officer, my husband whispered in my ear, "You smell really great today." It just really got me going. That's it. You're going to jail.
Going to jail.
Well, I didn't actually read what the punishment for the law was. Some of these weren't.
It might be a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm assuming it's execution.
Prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
I thought we were all clear that all of this was execution.
I haven't been paying attention, but I did just see you touch your face, Colin.
Oh, son of a bee.
I'm marking that down. I don't know what's happening after this episode, but somebody's going to eat something gross or something. All right, Josh, you're in the lead just because I haven't been paying attention. All right. Yes! South Carolina. No dance hall is open on Sundays. And I don't know if this is something that still stands. And I've been through South Carolina a lot. And I thought about it, and I was like, I feel like I've probably played a show on a Sunday in South Carolina.
In a dance hall?
Maybe not a dance hall, but this sounds real footloose-ish to me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
they're like,
yeah.
they're keeping that shit locked
Somebody
down.
call Kevin Bacon.
No singing, no,
No
dancing.
dancing.
Yeah, no fun.
That one for me was just like, man, Sundays suck.
What
in
qualifies
South
as a
Carolina.
dance hall?
A ballroom, a dance hall, like hotels, like big ones, they have like ballrooms and
yeah.
stuff. You know, like maybe those aren't allowed to be open on Sundays within the establishment.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
The VFW hall.
there's
What
a
is that, a dance hall? Okay.
there's a very big
To a
difference.
very small local community, yes.
very big difference between a bar and a hall. I feel like, you know.
Absolutely. Most likely would have to do a bunch of weird shit to get liquor sold in the dance hall.
Right.
Like, I can say the last time that I did perform at a VFW, which was in Montana, I believe, it was a VFW, so they did have alcohol. But in order to sell it there, they had to do something really weird because VFWs with like having members and things, how that works.
Yeah.
It was a very strange show. So we're south in it, but we're moving a little west here.
Heading towards the border?
Yeah, Texas. There is an anti-crime law in Texas that states that criminals who intend on committing a crime must give their victims oral or written 24 hours advance notice.
Oh, 24 hours, yep.
Not just that, but they must also include the nature of the crime.
Yeah.
That's important. You can't be notifying people about,
I
pending.
will commit a crime. Not going to tell you what kind.
You don't know what it is, but I'm
Right.
going to get you.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's a weird one though. I feel like that's got to be.
Seems very Texas, though, right?
Yeah, from the good old days when the law wasn't able to, take
Texas
care
Ranger
of it.
status. Like,
Yeah,
we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
we're gonna do it right,
Yeah. Very much.
like a code kind of thing,
And, I just want to. I also think that to give someone 12 hours notice that you're going to do great bodily harm to them, I mean, that's just fucked up. You need 24 hours notice,
Good
24.
night's sleep.
Yeah.
Some food.
Maybe a last meal.
Yeah. A last meal. I wasn't even thinking.
Don't give me 12 hours notice that you're going to come over and stab me.
I'd rather
I
you
want
just didn't tell me at
24
all.
hours.
If you're
Yeah,
only gonna
yeah,
give me
fuck
12.
that.
Yeah, I can agree with
Yeah.
that one. All right, so drifting our way up here a little bit north, Utah. If your wife commits a crime with you present, she's no longer guilty of that crime. You are.
Huh?
If your wife commits a crime in your presence, you're there. It now falls on you.
It's just one more reason to not like Utah.
Right. One of your 6 wives commit a crime while you're present.
You are really rolling the dice if
Now,
you're
what
Mormon.
if all 6 of them commit a crime and you're present? Like, they're all doing, like, she's stealing shit, she stabbed somebody, they're all doing different stuff, and you're standing there watching it all.
You have terrible judgment, and you probably deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really feel like we could just do a whole episode on Utah's laws. I mean, that place is like a whole nother country.
Utah is weird, man. It's a weird place. Good times, though. So, again, shifting a smidgen over, a little bit northwest here, going Wyoming. Wyoming. It's illegal to wear a hat that obstructs view at a theater or entertainment event. And I kept that one just because, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
This
Good
is
for
the
you.
single and only law that I am 100% yes.
Yes,
Backing that.
I back that, and I hope
I'm
it
behind
stays
it.
around. I hope other states pick up on it because, man, I'm fucking tired of all those top hats in the front row.
Like, all jokes
Seriously.
aside,
Hats down in front. Come on.
Hats down.
and punishable by death.
Oh, wow. Another strict one for Josh.
Yeah. I think he's got a very strict nation over there.
Yeah,
The
this is
Republic of
definitely-
Josh is rather.
I think he likes to keep people scared. He's one of those, like, rule with fear.
Yeah, rule with fear kind of nation.
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
track?
Definitely.
All right,
Okay,
that tracks.
cool.
All right, I'm on my last one. We're hitting over on the west side.
Also, rule by confusion. You keep your populace really confused, and then they don't know what's going on, so they're under your control.
Keep them under wraps there. So yeah, my last one takes us all the way to the west coast here, Washington. No person, and this one is very important. This calls back to the law that I have in place for my empire. No person may walk about in public while having the common cold in Washington. And I will say right now, no person should be walking around in public with any sickness or disease
Yeah.
or without a mask or anything like that.
I had already thought that's basically just become a law for
Yeah,
the
that
entire
just-
country now.
Exactly.
That's life now.
That's life now. All right. Well, conk. Thank you, Colin. You lost. I don't know what we're gonna make you do, but I relinquish my conk rights.
Awesome.
Hey, I got one extra, just a bonus
I
law
felt tingly. There's a lot of
that I
power
wrote
to
down
that.
because I thought we might think it was funny. For Kentucky, each citizen in Kentucky is required to shower once every year.
That's good.
At least once a year.
Yeah.
Now I will say
That seems fair.
If we were talking my empire, I would up it a little bit personally. I would
Twice a year? 4?
maybe like once a month. You know? Like,
Yeah, let's be reasonable.
Oh, yeah. Another honorable.
Are we doing a forgot to mention?
Yeah,
that's
well,
a little bit of a forgot to mention.
Mention.
Honestly,
dive. No.
that was definitely a forgot to mention. I missed it.
However you want to play that off, that was just
This one is the Kalamazoo.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
I think I had a stroke.
Okay.
This one is the Kalamazoo law that we're pretty sure is an urban legend, but it says you are not allowed to serenade your girlfriend in Kalamazoo, which I have broken that law.
I wanna kiss you all over. I did actually, when we talked about that one earlier, I did enjoy that thought process because, like, even if it wasn't an urban myth and we kind of started processing, like, law-wise, college town, there's probably a ton of dudes holding boom boxes trying to serenade their
Yeah,
gals.
totally.
Jennifer, I love you.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
Especially right after, what's it called? Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the movie where he holds it over
Yeah.
his head? Yeah.
Right?
No.
Is that a different one?
Fuck, I don't know.
You're talking Breakfast Club, like where they're like all stuck in, detention?
Look, I'm very curious what qualifies as a serenade. Like, can you, like, monster rock ballad? Like
that's
some
a good
White
point.
Snake or something like.
Oh no, I guess it was the movie Say Anything that happened in.
Yeah. The Breakfast Club is, smoke up, Johnny.
I'm just.
Oh yeah. Wait, so what's the song though? I don't remember. What's the song playing on the boombox?
That one, the main theme for. Oh, you're talking off the boombox.
Yeah.
I'm still on Breakfast Club, dude. I can't help myself. You got me going, dude.
I mean,
I was gonna say I was proud of Colin for not knowing about Breakfast Club because I'm like, yeah, go along with it, sure. I can't tell you the last time I watched Breakfast Club, and I probably wasn't paying attention when I did.
We always talk about it's important for the first thing and the last thing people see and hear when it comes to music, entertainment, media. That movie really nails it because that song at the end and they do the freeze frame where he does the fist pump
freeze frame. Oh,
dude,
classic,
man.
But
You guys want to do a freeze frame real quick?
yeah, let's do a
All right.
freeze frame.
3, 2, 1.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
great.
good. Epic. All right.
Well done, boys.
Everybody listening,
use that for
you
the
missed
thumbnail.
a pretty awesome freeze frame. Yeah, maybe
I
you'll
just-
see it.
I just want to say, great Phil Collins episode.
Yeah, that was a good Phil Collins
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
We really dove in. We
I don't-
really dissected every bit. That
I
we
learned
could've.
a lot about Phil Collins.
And I really don't think that we could have, I don't think we could have gone into it and really like dug deeper than.
Yeah, I mean, we really fleshed that out. I feel like I know Phil Collins personally now.
Dude, let's go
feel
pop
like I
on a
got him on
Genesis
speed
record
dial.
or something.
Yeah,
you know?
let's go do that.
Do we have the Tarzan soundtrack?
You guys want to get out of here and throw on some Genesis?
Yeah, I really do. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Well,
All right, thank you everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks to Wes Roberge for mixing our sound. We appreciate you, bud.
Love you, ass.
And Ryan, take us out of here.
All right, baby.